Welcome back everyone to another NRG on the Amstrad CPC, and of course at the height of summer in June, let's play some ice hockey, shall we? Why not? Because, you know, we all miss the ice and the snow and the cold and the violence. No, we don't actually. But ice hockey is a massive sport, as you know, across the world, especially in Canada, America, United States, and of course Russia. And yes, it's a popular game. And so, for some reason, the Amstrad only has one game on it. And this is it. I believe so. Anyway, I've never seen another ice hockey game on the Amstrad. Just this one. And missed the goal there. I'm the red team, by the way. Yes, moving up and down the ice hockey rink, as it were. With some very suspicious faces in the audience. Oh, God, I think them comic faces in the audience are hilarious. Got the Blue Man Group in there, the Sun from Teletubbies, up and down. They're the only animated ones as well. And then you've got the skulls, the skeleton skulls, and then you've got some ginger-haired chap, and then apparently members of the Zulu tribe or something. I don't know what's going on in that audience. And they're all sitting in a vat of lava, all heads bobbling in a vat of lava. Lovely. Anyway, apart from how comical the crowd is, the game itself is right. Okay, this is not bad a game, I guess. It has problems, but this is one of the games I had way back in the day when I had my original Amstrad, and it's great in two-player actually, to face off against a friend or brother, as I did in my case. I'm playing against a computer at the moment, and that does have its pitfalls as well. So the movement is actually quite not too bad of your player itself. It's 3 versus 3. Quite a simplified version of ice hockey, and I suppose its physics are okay. It's not too bad. The puck does sort of like slide and stuff and rise up sometimes off the surface, which is good. Moves of different distances, and whether you're hitting it up or down or diagonally, and you can put together some neat passes. Actually, some of the AI in your fellow teammate is a bit dodgy. Sometimes they can really work out really well. This one's pretty nice. See, he's sort of like flickering in that area. Flickering is a bit of a dodgy one in the there we go, nice pass. So you can put together some nice passes. You can rebound off the walls, that kind of stuff, and you can score goals pretty relatively easy, because generally the keepers are rubbish in this, and it's entirely up random whether they're going to save anything or not, and that includes your own keeper. You have no control over your own keeper. All the computer controlled it, obviously. And they just literally move backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And that's all they do. They don't do anything else. They don't come out of the goal. You can't grab hold of them. You can't control them. Taking control of your player is also sometimes a tad tricky. The AI doesn't really recognise sometimes how close the puck is to you. So you'll end up being the same player chasing after the ball. And then you foul someone like that, or waggle a stick in your face, and you get a penalty. A penalty restart. And what is? I tell you what, there was an interesting graphical thing about this, and I'll tell you that in a minute. But gameplay-wise, it's not overly that bad. It is a bit glitchy here and there, and there's a very inconsistent sort of speed to it. When, say, all 6 players are in the screen at the same time, there is a general slowdown of things. I like the way that when you've got control of the puck, your player does slow slightly. That adds a little bit more realism to things. You would be slower, wouldn't you? But there you go. See, all the sprites disappear off screen, and everything moves really, really quickly. Suddenly, it all speeds up. That's sometimes can take you unawares how quickly that speeds up, and always just tackled me. Animation is fair enough. Say, not fantastic graphics. The flickering on the edge of the screen is pretty annoying. It's got this sort of like shuffle scrolling. I don't know what I want to just call this. It's not really sliding. It's not really scrolling either. It's not really sliding. It's more like shuffling along the pitch, following your player. It's a pretty fast restart though. It's interesting in the fact that the scoreboard, the HUD at the bottom, actually is not static. It actually rolls with the scroll, which is very interesting. You can see that. Look, the time's moving along. It repeats itself in either sort of screen. So you have like an end screen where the goal is. You can see what I mean? I've never seen anything like that before. That doesn't come up a lot in Amstrad games that scroll in this fashion. You've got all the information at the bottom there, time, score, what period you're in. Also, it runs in real time as well. and it scrolls along the bottom. That's quite interesting. Interesting little factoid about it. I like the aspect ratio of this. It's, you know, the viewpoint is quite nice. Pitch, you got a little bit of graphical sort of like attribute clash going on in this game, which is very unusual for the Amstrad. But there was definitely some attribute clash going on with the background certainly, and other players, as you can see. All the colours sort of like mixed together and blur into some sort of zombie character. Goal is spelt in the Hispanic way as well, G-O-L. Probably because it's you know, published by originally published by Indescomp in Spain, and then it was brought to us by NRG Advantage. That's it. That published it over here, but originally from Indescomp. So yes, the legendary Indescomp. But to be honest, I've got fond memories of this game, so I do actually find it quite enjoyable, despite its problems. You know, little graphical glitches here and there that aren't game changers. Problems, you know, the fact that you can't control the caper is annoying. Just scored against me. Also, when the puck goes behind the goals, either end, it all becomes a bit weird. Sometimes the puck will get through and you can make a pass from around the back of the goal, and sometimes you won't be able to. Most of the time you won't be able to actually skate around the back of the goal, which is odd because you feel like you should be able to, but it doesn't sort of let you do that. That's annoying. And then of course you've got the sound, or should I say the lack of. There's a few bips and bobs and stuff when you pass, and the whistle when it starts. And then that legendary Amstrad white noise scream. There it is, right there. Nice big extended white noise to simulate the cheer of the adorning crowd. You know, the heads bobbling in the tomato soup. Yes, that kind of thing. That kind of thing really does put you off a little bit, because you've got that huge. But you do get used to it. I mean, there's no league system in this. It's all one-off games. So it'd be nice to have sort of teams in it. There's none of that. It's just one-on-one. It's just a basic one-on-one sort of ice hockey game. It's really just, it's probably more designed for two-player action. So you can do like little tournaments at home, 2 players with the same strength teams, that kind of thing, and more based around that kind of idea. Playing the computer is like, well, you play a couple of matches and well, that's it. Now what's new? Nothing. So yeah. Oh look, hello. Is the puck stuck at the top there? No, it doesn't. Sometimes that will happen as well. You will get sort of instances where the puck seems to get stuck in places when it actually isn't. You can release it. Wish you could have fights in this as well. That'd be really hilarious. Anyway, that is Slapshot on the Amstrad CPC, released in 1985. I'm going to finish off. No, I was going to finish off with a goal there. Right, I'm going to stick this in the back of the net before we finish. Come on. No. Yes. There we go. Slapshot on the Amstrad CPC. Not bad, but not brilliant either. A very average game. Thank you for watching. Novabug, out. Hey, Novabug here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please support the channel by liking and commenting, and of course subscribing if you haven't already done. If you would like to support me further, please consider joining my bug army via Patreon, and also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Parler, BitChute and Twitch. And a salute to my bug army generals Sam M, Sweet Nanak, Pete Walker, Craig Harrison and Shadow 80. Thank you everyone for supporting me. Novabug, out.